I'm the former WBF International Super Featherweight Champion and former WBF All Africa Lightweight Champion. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another show of Ringside Talk Show with your host, David Rajuili. Sorry for the late today to this evening. We got a special guest with us all the way from South Africa. As you guys know, South Africa is going through a hectic time with load shedding, with the power cuts, but she still did her best to join us this evening. This evening, I'm going to be speaking to a lady known as the Anaconda with 24 fights, more fights than me, 19 wins, 4 of those wins coming by knockout, 4 losses and 1 draw. I'm speaking to the 5-time SA Women's Champion, a 3-time WBF Women's World Champion, and the current ABU Champion, 2-time Boxer of the Year in South Africa, the one and only Bukiwe Nina. How are you, Bukiwe? How are you doing?
I'm good, Dada.
I'm very good, thanks. Very good, thanks, man. Thank you for joining us on this evening. And we know there's a lot of things happening in your country. That's why we had a little bit of a delay with getting you on here. Thank you for joining us so late this evening. And yeah, we're looking forward to speaking to you.
Thank you so much for having me. Even now, I'm still struggling. Networks and everything, because we just got back our electricity. But I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. So, yes, man, the reason I got you here, even I was speaking to your promoter last week. She was on my show, Miss Joyce, and from TLB Promotions. And she was speaking very highly about you, you know, telling me and the rest of the people watching about her exciting female star that she's got, Bukiwe. And, you know, I thought I should have you on the show. But before we get onto the whole boxing side, why don't you let us know who you are, where you come from, where you grew up, you know, and yeah, where you found this passion of boxing, especially from as a young girl. Let's start at your younger days.
It's very interesting, to be honest, because I was born in Eastern Cape, Idujwa, in the village. That's where I was born. I grew up there playing soccer. Yep. Oh, wow. I grew up there playing soccer. Then later, when I was 17, I moved to Klerksdorp, Northwest, where my dad was working. That's where I started boxing when I was 19.
Okay.
All my life I was playing boxing in my childhood. I was playing soccer in my childhood. I played for provincial schools and everything, including I went to Banyana for so I went that far in soccer until I was 19. When I was 19, when I joined my father's it was 2011 when I joined my father's gym. So it's when my career started there, but it was too quick because I started as an amateur. 1 year I turned pro. After a year on my SA title. So it was too quick for boxing. I think I reflect fast because I grew up playing soccer.
Yeah.
I was already in school. Yeah.
Wow. I want to touch back a little bit on your soccer career. I hear you said you played provincial. You even did the trials for Banyana. For those that don't know, watching from around the world outside of South Africa, Banyana is South Africa's female first team soccer team. The male is Bafana. The female team is Banyana. It sounds like you were very into sports, very driven, you know, playing football. until you were 19, and you joined your father's boxing gym. Now, was your father a boxer himself, or was he just a trainer or anything? Can you tell us more about that?
He was a boxer.
Okay.
Then he stopped when I was born,
Okay.
91.
Okay.
But he didn't turn pro. He
Okay.
didn't turn pro. My first three brothers were also boxers. They didn't turn pro. My big sister also was a boxer. She turned pro. She
Okay.
had 4 fights, but she quit.
Okay.
And then my younger sister also was a boxer. She turned pro.
Oh.
She had 1 fight. So I joined them later. They started boxing when they were young. I joined them later. But I was like I was born in the family of boxing. Everyone was
Okay.
talking about
Boxing,
boxing.
yeah.
I was the only one who went out and then play soccer. So
Okay.
it was easier for me because if we're chilling in the house, the only thing that we're doing is boxing. But I was not into boxing.
Yes, and I hear the whole family. I don't hear anything with the mom. What was mom doing?
My mom was our number 1 fan. She's
Oh,
still there. She's still the number 1 fan. She's not a fan like a fan, but she always believed in her family. So that
okay.
is why she was always there to support us. But she's that person who always in church, who love church, who doesn't want anything to violence. Because she's always like, your father every weekend will come home with a blue eye. I hated that. And then now he
My
made to
children.
do the same thing. So and I didn't have a choice. I had to because now my kids are in this. You see, so it's like that.
Okay, very interesting. It sounds like you grew up in a very interesting household with your sisters boxing, your brother, your father. That must have also built a lot of motivation and inspiration in the family. You know, um, you touched on a little bit about your amateur career. You say it was very short. How many amateur fights did you have?
I have 12,
Okay.
11 wins and 1 loss.
Oh,
Loss I got it on national games. I lost on final. Then I'm a silver medalist in SA games. So I got that lost in that fight. It's not an excuse. Ne? Remember in America, last time I had 3 weights. So I had to fight 60 kg while I'm 55.
oh,
So
so you were fighting.
I was tired
Uh,
and
wow.
so I ended up saying like, hey, I'm just going there to honor my dad and entering. So it was like that. And then I fight.
Okay. Uh, Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Also to jump weights like that. That's a 5 kg weight jump. It's 3 to 4 different divisions from 55 to 60. I think it's 3 divisions. That's if it's that's in one weekend, it must have been very difficult for you. I've got a question to ask you.
So
Because I grew up in South Africa. I was in the amateur scenes, and I don't remember girls in a lot of girls at the time I was in amateurs. I was in amateurs at least for 8 years, and I don't remember a lot of female boxers in the amateurs, especially around Joburg. Um, with me saying that, how now did you guys, you and your sisters, being in the northern, I think you said northern province, tell yourselves, we can do this boxing stuff, even if it's a more of a male dominant sport, and there was no any female. It wasn't so big with the female, even with the amateurs. Oh, don't know what happened there, but I'm sure we will have her back in studio. So, guys, I'm speaking to who they call uh, The Anaconda. Yes, she is. She's back. Yay.
I
Yes,
the
thank you,
network.
thank you, thank you. No problems, no problems. We carry on, we carry. It's ringside talk, you know. We just here to talk. We're not here to interview you like the police or something like this. We're here to talk. If you have to leave and come back, it's that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Um, so my question was before we got cut out there is, you know, I grew up in South Africa. I was also in the amateurs for about I think 8 years. But I was up in Joburg most of the time. Uh, I didn't see women's boxing, especially in the amateurs. You know, I'll be honest, there was no amateur girls fighting at that time. And I'm hearing you, your sister, like two other sisters, yourself, were doing boxing. Uh, where did you guys get this motivation, especially being women in a male dominant sport and you don't have a lot of female fighters fighting and stuff? You don't have, okay, you had your father and your brother's inspiration, but you know, you don't have female fighters inspiring you or seeing a lot of females in the amateurs to say, I can do this, you know? Where did it all come from that? Where did you see this gap for you as a female?
Well, one thing about me, I think I'm weird or something. I never followed boxers. I never followed boxing. I never went to watch my brothers fighting
Mm-hmm.
or my sisters doing boxing. This other day when they told me to go to the gym, I hate to lose. That's the problem. One of my problems. I hate to lose. So they started when my dad started. He will give me people who already know boxing, and they will beat the hell out of me. I'm like,
Good
I'm
way to
coming back
learn.
tomorrow. I'm coming tomorrow. You're not gonna beat me again. So I was like that. I'm not gonna lose. And okay, I later I found out about this Nonina while I was already in boxing. But before, I never watched boxing. There was
Okay.
nothing interesting today. I hardly watch boxing. I only go to the tournament when my best friends are fighting. It's hard to
Okay.
sit down and watch boxing.
And watch, okay. No, I understand that. I remember when I started my pro career, I also had the same thing to say. I would, for some reason, I just enjoy to watch myself box. Even in training, I would take videos of myself because I always believe this thing is, uh, I'm I'm great. No one's better than me.
Yeah.
So even I would watch myself fight when my friends are fighting. This was in my early days when I was young. I wouldn't go watch the guys fight and say, I don't want to be like them. I want to have my own style. I want to be me. I want to be unique. So I understand what you mean by not watching other fighters. Um, so you're coming into the pros now. After you say you did some championships in your amateur career. Coming into the pros, tell us more about that. As a female, especially in a country like South Africa, first, as people don't know, South Africa was struggling with their boxing. We thought boxing was dead. You know, this is also just for the
True.
guys. You know, we thought it was dead for the men. You know, you coming into the ranks as a female fighter. You know, what gets you going to say, hey, you know, I'm gonna do this, no matter if there's no boxing, no matter if the female boxing is dead, but I'm gonna do this. I'm here to do this. I want to be champion. Where you get that fire? Where did that come from?
I remember I said my career was too fast in a way.
Yeah.
I won SA title in a year while I was in boxing. So after that, most of people were looking at me, and I talk. I don't care if you are president or what. If you're doing something wrong, I will tell. I won't write a letter. I will tell you
Okay.
straight. So a lot of people loved that about me. So I
Okay.
had more support behind me that made me keep going every day. Not because I
Okay.
want to do this. I want to do this for them
Mm-hmm.
because
Okay.
they're scared to do. Mina, I will tell you, even Mom Joyce knows, we love each other, we support each other. But if I'm wrong, she doesn't go behind me. She's telling me straight, you're wrong. I don't like this. If I don't like something she did, I don't go behind her back. I tell her straight, Mommy, I don't like this. So I was young, but I will tell you straight. And I don't want my dad to stand up for me. No. Listen, Daddy, you don't understand this. You don't go to the ring. You used to. It's me who's going to the ring. Let me tell them what is in me. So that's when I got more support. People wanted to hear. Media wanted to hear. So I couldn't let everyone down. I had to stand up for them. Like the same thing I'm still doing today, that if I see something wrong that is happening to a woman, I don't care if you don't talk with, but I will always raise my voice.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
That's
That's powerful. That's very, very powerful. And now, run us through your career. I was looking at your box rig. I was like, damn, she's got more fights than me. She's got more titles. It's unbelievable. And you say you started off, and as you started off, you hit the SA title. That's also in South Africa. That's a very prestige title to have. Is the national title. I think I also fought for the national title. I fought Jasper Saruka. It's very prestige.
I remember.
Yes.
I remember that one. I remember.
It's a prestige title. So run us through that from your SA title. What happened? Where were you training? But before you do that, I'm just gonna have to ask you to wait 1 second. Thank you. My computer is dying. Thanks. 1 second. Sorry, guys. No, baby. Choose. Your mama. Your mama. Your mama. Okay, guys. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ringside Talk Show. Anything could happen here. So I'm back. We're fully loaded. Let's go. So yes, we were talking about your boxing career. From the beginning, you won your SA title. As you said, it was very short, very quick, and very sudden. Run us through that. From moving around, I'm sure you moved into to Joburg. You started going with your career. You started fighting. You said you won the SA title, first title. Congratulations, actually, because that's a very prestige title in South Africa. Please run us through that.
2012, I won my SA title. I was doing grade 12. I was still under my father that time. I won my SA title. Same year, in August, I defended my title. I think I was here in Joburg. I defended first round knockout. I was still under my dad. And then 2013, I had to go to tertiary or obvious. And then my father was like, look, I did my best. You defended your title under me. So what I need you to do is to go out there and learn more. That's when I moved to that's when I moved to Limpopo to Emmanuel Mutabatsendi. I was studying, we worked for 5 years. I won my world title under him also. Then I moved to Joburg after 5 years. I joined I joined the new management because he was my trainer. I never had a manager, like someone who's dealing with management only. I always had a trainer that also managed, but most of them, they were failing on the side of management.
Yes, I know this. Yes.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well in my career, but I don't even have a single sponsor. I don't have any. They're doing well, but I needed
getting you the fight.
I needed someone who will manage me. And then most of them here in South Africa, most of them here in South Africa, they don't want to leave that. You are good in the gym, and you can't gym and then also go outside to manage your boxer. And they don't want to work with other people. That's the problem. That is why our boxers are poor.
Yes, this is very correct. I just want to stop you there quick. I think this is one difference that I've noticed being here in Europe and fighting back at home in South Africa is that, here you have a trainer that just trains. Mm-hmm. Then you have your manager who just manages. And then you have your promoter who just promotes. Mm-hmm. Then that is your team, where back home, it's not to say it's wrong, or I think that's just the way it's been for over years, is you have a coach. Your coach is your manager, your promoter, your everything. He just tells you, hey, you're fighting.
Your nutrition.
Your doctor, your father, your everything. You just come, he say to you, you're fighting, and that's it, Some people get lucky where their coaches, their coach manager gets them sponsors, gets them this, gets them that. But I think it's a difficult thing to do as one person, to manage, promote this, that, especially if you have a good fighter and then you got a whole bunch of other fighters. How do you concentrate on one person? And it's something that needs to change a lot in South Africa, where, the fighters have a whole team around them, not just the coach doing everything, but a coach, a manager, a promoter, a sponsor, this and that. And that's why the rest of the world, the athletes are thriving, because they have a team behind them, not one person doing everything. So that's yes.
So I moved. Yeah. I had to move and join this guy. He was profiling me well. It's just that God took him fast. Makosonke Ngoza, he stayed too much in UK. He was profiling me very well. Short of time, my profile was excellent. You get respect, you get sponsors, right? So I only had one fight under him. Then after 2 months, he passed away. So after that, okay, I was waiting for he passed away in December 2019. 2020, the day of the lockdown, I received a call, my dad passed away. So I took that 2 years out. I am better now. I took that after my career was doing well, I took that 2 years out, like clean, and it was lockdown anyway, and I didn't want to fight. I didn't want anything to do with boxing. My mom just called me. Mom just called me. Okay, fine. Please come back. It was last year. But still, after coming back, it was too quick, because I told Mom Joyce, if Mom Joyce, I'm coming back, let me change the weight because I'm already over 30 now. I can't, for 10 years, I was doing 53, simple, because I was young. I'm over 30 now. Let me change the weight. And even if you can check in the world, from junior welter till junior feather, I'm taller than them. I won't struggle. She was like, as long as you're happy and comfortable, just come back. I need you to come back. I decided to come back. I didn't want any manager. At this age, I already got my own sponsors. I didn't want any manager. I was like, okay, I know a guy that he doesn't want anything to do with boxing too, but I can convince him because he's my friend to train me. And then I did convince him with Tabo Shwane. You will see he's young in my corner. He's very young, very focused, and he understands me. We don't shout in my corner. We don't. We talk.
Good.
Yeah, we talk.
Good,
so
yes.
I asked him, like, hey, I don't want to do boxing. I'm like, don't worry, please. I will pay for your license. Please. Just make a license so you can be allowed to be in my corner. If you're training me, he agreed to train me. I was like, if you train me, I don't want anyone in my corner. Because I can't be trained by whoever and then trained by other person. What we'll talk about? Because the fight we done the fight in the gym. In the fight, we're just going to finish up. It's just the touch-ups. So he agreed. That was when I started. After 2 years and after defending my title 5 times, my bantamweight title, I put it down after winning the WBF World title 2017. Defended 3 times. Then I put it down too.
That's amazing.
Because I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose, and I don't want to be stripped.
So when you say you put it down, did you move up a weight or did you vanquish?
I didn't move the weight. I just went for 8-round international.
Okay, you didn't defend or anything like this.
The president wanted to script it, so I vacated.
He liked his
because they canceled my fight. They canceled my fight. The fight I was supposed to defend. They canceled my fight 3 days before the fight. So I was like, okay, let me write the letter before hit the titles because I'll lose my race. That's what I'm saying.
No,
being managed. Because I didn't know about that, but my manager knew about it. Not my trainer, my manager.
Yes.
So we wrote a letter.
That's interesting.
We vacated the title. We kept our ratings. That is why even I changed my weight, but I'm still rated good in the world.
Yes.
I didn't lose. I didn't lose. In different titles. I was checking WBC. I think I'm number 13. In the new weight. WBF, I'm not sure. But in the old weight, WBC, I was.
I see you 18 in. Number 4.
And then WBF, I'm number 1. I signed the contract to fight for WBF when the lockdown started. And then WBA, I think I was number 9. But I was all the time I was in top in Bantam. Then now I'm already having 4 fights in the new weight, but I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space. So we're looking
very awesome.
to build our name in this. That is why Mom Joyce is so excited. First fight, I won it with points. Second fight, knockout. Third fight, it when I was fighting for this ABU. And then the last fight that I fought 3 weeks back, it's a knockout. And it's all international, most of 3 of them. So what she's doing now, she's building the old Bukiwe to go back to the world stage. and fight for the
Yes.
world title as soon as possible, because from last year September till this year September, October, man, I already fought 4 fights.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
nice, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
She's
very
making
good.
sure that I'm active. And in December, I only had 2 weeks break. In December, I'm fighting, I'm defending again. And next year, she's planning
Okay.
something big next year. So the way she's pushing things, she also checking my interest, because she knows my interest is like this. So the way she's pushing, and I understand when you believe to someone and then they believe in you, it's hard to break that just for J. Every chance you get, you make a use of it. So now we're pushing. I'm back in the camp. We're pushing to go
That's
for
nice.
at least
The
top
world
10.
title.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I believe, just hearing your story, hearing, it's very inspiring. And I believe, I spoke to Mama Joyce. She was our guest last week. And I believe you'll get there. I believe, Mama Joyce will even produce a world title fight. And going the way you're going, I believe you have already been a world champion. But WBF is credible belt. But we all chase those four big names: the WBO, IBF, WBC, and I believe IBF, and I really believe you will be one of those champions. In the 4 or 5 major bodies. Uh, we started a little bit late, so we have run out a bit of time. Before we go, though, can you tell us a little bit, just a little bit, quickly, what's happening in your life at the moment? As you said, you're going to fight in December. Where the fans, if they want to know more, look you up, where they can find you.
Um, my life is simple. I'm a personal trainer now. Just
Yeah.
down the street. Yeah, it's not far from my place. I'm having a lot of clients that are also sponsoring me.
Okay.
You can get me on Instagram. At BK underscore small letters BK BEEKAY underscore Nonina.
Becky, yeah.
Then
Hmm.
then on Facebook I'm Bukiwe BK Nonina. My page was hacked, so I am no longer having a page.
Me too.
Uh, my
Yeah.
my Twitter is not active. So yeah, I'm this person who always make jokes though. Don't think when you follow me you find something serious about boxing. No, I'm just busy doing jokes, making other
Simple person.
people laugh, because we all stress.
Okay.
If we bored, thing we can do is just make.
Someone else laugh. Come. Hello. You still there? Okay, shite. Okay, looks like we lost her there on her final speak. We've actually run out of time, guys. We tried to push as much as we can with this interview. We had Nina, Bukiwe Nina in the studio with us. What I will do, I will try get her back for round 2. She has a fight in December, so maybe we'll get her back in January. We'll sit down with her again, see how her fights went in December, speak more to the champion. As I said, she is a 5-time SA champion, 3-time WBF World Women's Champion, two current ABU Africa Boxing Union Women's Champion, and 2-time SA Boxer of the Year award. Very, very strong girl. Next week on my show, ladies and gentlemen, I've got another exciting female boxer all the way from Uganda. She comes in with a 6-0 record, a power puncher, an unbelievable K1. She started off with the kickboxing career. So she's going to be joining me next week, Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that interview with an undefeated Ugandan boxer, female fighter. And I'm hoping you guys are all enjoying the show. Stay tuned to Talking Fights and Ringside Talk with your host, David Rajuili. Thank you once again for joining me tonight. Sorry with the delays, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.